I saw last week you said controlled contact for Verana. I was just curious how has he kind of responded to that so far?
To be honest with you, I haven't even watched it yet. He's far enough away that I'm not totally paying attention. That's up to our assistants and our training staff to kind of put him through that. But it's not enough to really evaluate. I mean, it's him getting used to pushing. So it'll be a little while still. So we'll take our time with it.
I remember when you guys first got Fabry, you kind of talked to him about not, he's got to play fearless and all that. Like, I assume you'll either have or will have a similar conversation with Verana.
Yeah, I think anybody who comes off a major injury, that's something, same with Larks and Bert this year, that you got to be able to go out there and you can't play with fear of getting hurt again. You just can't. It's just the reality of it. It's not always easy. Larks made the Ricky Bobby comment earlier in the year, so it's not always easy, unfortunately for Jakob. He's going to roll at some point into a regular season game, and so you can't kind of feel your way into it either. So now, he's not a big banger of the body, so I think he can still be a real effective player without being ultra physical. But I still, you got to be able to take a hit to make a play for sure, and you got to be physical enough. So we'll have that conversation, and I have full confidence when the time's right and he's ready, he'll be ready to roll.
Now, I'm sure you probably talked about this last week, but the back check Dylan had on Nairn in overtime against the Rangers. What goes through your head when you see it play like that?
Well, when it happened, he had played a lot of minutes that night, just the way it was going. We had 5 days coming, so I just, I rode some of those guys that I thought were playing really well. And, I didn't know if he had any gas left in the tank, to be honest with you. And he found a way to grind enough to get him, and that it speaks to his competitiveness. He's got lots of real good attributes. One of his best is just pure competitiveness, and so was I surprised he caught him a little bit, but not really, knowing Dylan.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wayne St. James.
Hey Jeff, do you anticipate having Carter and Vladislav for the next available Wednesday?
I wouldn't say that yet. We're using today's skate as a little bit of an evaluation. So I'll sit down with our training staff this afternoon, get a feel for where those guys are at. There's both certainly potential for Wednesday, I would say right now.
And then just, as far as forming lines, I mean, you're probably going to put Vladislav back, but that you like the identity he brings to Ernie and Rasmussen. Is that right?
Yeah. We haven't committed to anything yet, but certainly that's a line that, before Vladdy got hurt and was out, that we decided to go back to. So my gut as we sit here today without any other injuries and things like that is that would be a line we'd look to go back to, yes.
What do you like that Carter brings?
Really, really good awareness, very, very calm. Makes good reads in chaos, which to be a better defensive team, you need that. He's a big body. He can make a play. He can do that, but he can also go out and give you real good minutes without giving up many scoring chances, which I think is really important for the progress of our hockey team.
And Joe Valeno, what are the plans with him?
We'll see. We haven't totally decided. He just got done playing back-to-back, so obviously he wasn't going to be here for practice today. So we're going to evaluate where our forward group's at and evaluate where we would foresee him in or not in, and make a decision what's best for Joe Valeno at that point.
Thanks.
Yep.
Ted Colvin.
Hey, Jeff, just going back to Verana, how tough is it for a guy to jump into the lineup at this point in the season when everybody's going 100 miles an hour and he hasn't played anything at all this season? That's got to be tough, I would imagine.
Yeah, really, really difficult. Most guys struggle, to be dead honest with you. It's like guys that sit out contract negotiations and miss camp and all that stuff. Like, it's really, really hard. And now I'd say the thing that Jakob has is he's got an ability to, he's very, very dynamic in his shooting and his skating. And that isn't gonna, he doesn't need to kind of catch up to speed that way. So, I think, he can help us in certain ways, even if he's not necessarily playing to 100% his best, which it should probably take him a little while to get going on that. So, but it's very, very difficult. But, with that said, like I said, he's got a real unique skill set.
Over the weekend, did you happen to catch Phil Pula winning the gold medal? That'd be.
Yeah, I did. I saw that he won it, you know, and a pretty cool experience for, you know, Franz Nielsen was the flag bearer. You know, Franzi or Phil, you know, won the gold. I mean, that's awesome. You know, for those guys to get those opportunities, and you know, those two in particular are just great pros, and so I was real happy for those guys that they got those opportunities.
Did you watch much of that tournament at all? Or?
I did not. Unfortunately, just the way it fell, I did not watch very much of it at all.
Sounds great. Thanks for this, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's it for us today. Thanks, everyone.